I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it, I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it, you know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic, keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy, the enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me, I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this, freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus, living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it, go on and take your aim, yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah.
could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be. could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be. I just want us to always be, to always be. Let's stay here, let's stay here in love. Let's stay here, let's stay here in
Welcome everybody. Here we are at the N.I.D.O Classic, live from Bellini's. Myself, Micheál McAvoy, Damien Bradley.
How we doing?
Live from the commentary booth here, Damien. Looking forward to a good day.
I really am looking forward because if you remember last time we were here 2 weeks ago, it was a brilliant day's darts, brilliant day's crack, but some great performances as well, particularly from Philip Carson. He won the men's.
Oh, absolutely. Philip was on fire, and I'm sure today there's going to be another whole host of big contenders, particularly again in the women's event. There's, all the usual heads are here again. Just seen Yvonne Campbell and Valerie Rooney, Newry's own, walking past. I've seen Tommy Jo Grafton. Tommy Jo will obviously be a bit upset. She got a bit of a raw deal. She drew Denise Cassidy.
She got a very raw deal last, but that was obviously one of the contenders of games of the day. That game, it was absolutely brilliant. Although the scoreline didn't reflect it showed that Denise Cassidy 1-4-1. You'd think she had the advantage the whole way through, but it was very nip and tuck, that game.
Absolutely. Missed doubles really were the key on that one.
It was, yes.
Again, just looking through, we see just a few of the usual heads about. We see N.I.D.O Nigel Cahoon there over on the floor. We can see a lot of Area 4 players. So today's format, Damien, divisional games rather than open draw.
It's a very interesting format now. The 3 divisions in the county setup in Northern Ireland are all playing off against each other. So first division players play first division players, second division players obviously play second division players, and third division players play third division. So everybody gets a chance to have the moment of glory here.
Yeah, it would remind you very much of Newry League's set up for the sectional championships, where each division has an individual championship, and I'm really looking forward to it, because at county level it doesn't really matter what division you can really pick and choose these divisions. The quality, the throwers that we have, the divisions change that much because the quality of the throwers is that good, that the teams that are going up and down constantly in these divisions, they're all as good as each other. I mean, you could be thrown in Division 3 this year, in 2 years' time you could be top of Division 1.
Very much so, but just goes to show the level we're playing here.
Absolutely,
it's a very, very high level. And also, can I also add out, congratulations to Micheál McAvoy here. He originally qualified for the Newry Pairs Open Championship final, been held here in Bellini's in June. Well done, Micheál. I heard you were very, very good that night. You and your partner.
Yes, myself and Jared had a run of good fortune. Some good darts on the night. I have to say, we complemented each other very well.
Well, Jared is known as Good Darts Jared, so we always have a good partner in Jared anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. We really enjoyed it. Good format, the Open Pairs in Newry there. We had a great night. And, last year's finalists, teammates of Mark and myself that helps us with McAvoy Darts streaming, Jerome and Donald, we beat them in the final of the board. And what a final it was, and in fairness, it's one of those ones where we did a bit of ducking and diving and we got through it, but you got to take those bit of luck, and I think everybody here today will be looking to take their bit of luck in each game they play to try and get down to the finals of their each division.
Well, they're going to have to take any luck they can get, because it's going to be tough to get with. And what makes the final interesting, what you're going to be involved in soon, Micheál, will be who you're playing, our old mate Tristan.
Yes, our good old. I see that he shied out today. Tristan
he is busy today.
He didn't want to be intimidated on the mic. But listen, Tristan and I have had many a battle. Stephen Node and Tristan used to throw with us in the same team, so I know all about them and they know all about us. And listen, it's going to be a very tight final. Hopefully, a very tight final if we can all show up. And it's it's a toss of a coin, because if both teams turn up on the day, they're equally as good.
Well, it's going to be interesting for me, because I probably be commentating not my own.
That's it, yeah. Mark will be disappointed to lose 2 of his commentary team, but hopefully they'll only be there for the interim period.
And if I get the final individuals, he'll have nobody to commentate on.
Well, Damien, there's every chance.
It's not going to happen, but you never know.
So a quick shout out then to the guys on Facebook and YouTube. Remember to share the link and get your friends online on the YouTube channel, at McAvoy Darts YouTube channel. We've got Adrian, Percy, and having a laugh, all the lads again. The usual suspects online today to have a bit of crack with us, Damien.
Oh, looking forward to having a bit of crack with them too. And hopefully we'll get a word from our old mate, the Big Browner, soon as well.
Oh, Big Browner will be on. There's no doubt about it. He'll be looking to see how young Travis is getting on. He's here today again.
Yes, he's looking to make it 4 in a row.
Absolutely, and what a prospect, Damien. What an absolute prospect he is.
He is brilliant. He's just so calm and assured on the dartboard, and every dart he throws has a purpose. There's no messing about with him. He just goes in, he does the job, he gets out, and more often than not he wins.
There's Tommy Millen back online. Tommy Millen straight in with a slag in there, asking Percy, is he banging around? Lads, really what you want to do is get together. All you just want to club together and run into your local pub and get this streamed live. You'll have some day watching it. Or head on down here to Bellini's and you can come and see us in the commentary booth.
Come on down, lads, the beer's great.
It'll be some crack. But good to have you online. Good to have you having a bit of crack and interacting with us. Very much looking forward to the day now. Damien, tell me this. Kyle McKinstry, he's going to be hard to stop today.
Kyle McKinstry is always hard to stop, but he is stoppable. As was proved the last competition, he got as far as the quarter final, then Big Soupy Campbell put him out.
Big Soupy, absolute quality thrower, Damien.
Brilliant thrower, but he was then went and got, I think he was beat Marty Merlin in the semi-final.
Again, and what a final Marty Merlin had. It was nip and tuck the whole way.
It was nip and tuck. It was very, very more compelling than anything. It was just, you could not take your eyes off it. There's always
the 159 Damien to leave 32 from Marty Merland in the final to go 5 each, 5
that was
all.
to level it, yeah. That was a special shot, and I thought myself personally that was the shot that would actually won it for him. But Philip Corson showed the composure and the class that he has to actually come through and win it. And fair play, he came and he spoke to us after it, and he said he was very nervous, which I was very surprised about.
Well, listen, you don't go up on any of those stages and not be nervous, you know. I was just looking around there and I see Neil Duff, who'll surely sitting second in the rankings. Now, Gary Elliott's actually moved into top of the rankings, but Neil Duff, without a shadow of a doubt, Damien, Neil Duff's going to be thereabouts today.
I was actually talking to Big Neil there about an hour ago, and I saw he's quietly confident, I would say. Just up there throwing there. Just take a look at the darts here now, Mihal, he's throwing there. They're 23 grams. Now just look at the vibration there. He's got special new points fitted on them. Sort of like Beta Headman's darts. It just kind of vibrates, so there's a bit of give in them. And he had the pleasure of having a bit of a throw with them there earlier on. They're a fine dart.
They would remind me a bit of Corey Cadby's dart. Now, they look more like the new Van Barnevelds, and I think that's what they are. All these dart throwers now, Damien, at professional level, and at the level of international thrower that we have here. Remember, Neil Duff's done it all. He's won the Celtic Challenge as a Northern Ireland team captain. He's played the international stage. He's played at the Lakeside. Neil Duff's a top quality dart thrower. There's no doubt about it. Changing your darts so often to go along with the new darts that are being produced by the top manufacturers, I don't know if it's something that I could stick with doing. Damien, you give me a set of darts 3 years ago, and I haven't put them down since. I remember the night you gave me them. I sat in the bar. We were ready to play a Premier Division game. It was actually the year we won the league. I'll just throw that in there.
Happy days.
But I was ready to throw my game, and I turned around and said to you, Damien, the darts I'm throwing, they don't even feel like my own darts. I don't feel like I can actually hold them. You said to me, yeah, you're not throwing them right. There's something wrong with the way you're throwing them. You don't seem comfortable. You handed me a set of darts, Damien, and I haven't looked back, and I've never changed them since. It's not something I do, but these guys at the top level seem to be able to just change the darts whenever they want and still throw the same quality. It's some attribute to have. Well,
I can't do it myself. I'm like yourself. I have my own particular preference of dart to throw, and I stick with it. If it's too heavy, it's not right. If it's too thick, it's not right. If the grip's in the right place, it's not right for myself. But there's other players there, like for example, Roger McCullough, who throws for us. He's a sort of person, as you said, like Neil Duff, can throw with any set of darts and throws with them well. Like, he's got all different varieties of sets of darts, and I've seen them. He's got 30 grams, he's got 20 grams, he's got thick darts, he's got thin darts, he's got long darts, short darts. And no matter what set of darts he throws, he always seems to throw consistently well with them.
Yeah.
And Neil Duff will be in that category too.
Absolutely, yes. We're just going to have a short announcement here, I believe, from the guys at the N.I.D.O here, just to, I suppose, let us know that we're probably on the countdown to kicking off. Damien, again, the ladies tournament today, I know we briefly went over it, spoke about Tommy Joe. Obviously, Kaylee's here again. Kaylee O'Neill's here again. It's going to be tight. Denise Cassidy's here again.
Well, as you did say before, the ladies' darts scene in Northern Ireland is sort of like the Premiership. You have your big six, and then you've got the rest. So the big six will probably consist of, say, Tommy Joe, Denise Cassidy, Grace, Anna Monaghan, we could probably put in there too.
Keely Lee,
and Helen Dunn. They would be your big six.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the winner would probably come with them. And the way Keely played in the final last time against Grace, you had to put her as like a major contender.
Yeah, it's an absolute tribute to Grace Crane, though, Damien. Grace Crane has been in the final now, back to back on these events. She's due a win. She is due a win.
Oh, she's definitely due a win. And she'll be trained, but with the standard of quality dart throwers we'll have here, it's going to be hard.
Nobody's going to hand you anything in this competition, there's no doubt about it. Of course, a big shout out to the local men on the dart scene here, sending best wishes to a good friend of ours in local Newry darts, Martin Carville, who's just been through some major surgery, and thankfully all signs seem good and he's come out of it very well. But everybody here obviously at McAvoy Darts and everybody here in the room at N.I.D.O are sending best wishes and thoughts to Martin, an absolute gentleman on the darts and a bit of a legend on the darting scene in Newry, Damien.
Martin Carville will possibly be in the top 3 best dart players to ever come from Newry. He is an absolute gentleman, an absolute legend. He's a sort of person, like, if you have a problem with darts or anything, you're not sure about anything, Martin will be more than happy to accommodate you and help you and just try his best to help you. But granted, like, you're not doing any favours on the dartboard when you're playing him, because he has tanked me many a time, but off the dartboard, an absolute gentleman.
Yeah, absolutely. So best wishes to Martin. Let's hope for a speedy recovery and get the Cobra back on the board soon.
Yes, I hope. Can't wait the next time we play him on the dartboard and he gives me another tanking.
he's given plenty of them out. So the guys are just reading the draw out here. So we're not too far off kick-off time. Again, McAvoy Darts providing the live streams here for you on YouTube, and also in the venue itself with our 100-inch screen that Mark's got going live again for everybody to sit around their tables. As you can see, they're already getting good seats so they can get a good view of it. There it is, 100-inch screen there, folks. You're not going to miss a dart at the venue. Online, you miss nothing with McAvoy Dart streaming. Credit to Mark and his setup here, ever improving. And we've even got commentary cam.
Hello.
Damien, that's for you and myself to say hello to everybody at home. We'll not look straight down the eye of the camera. The last time the camera came on, it sort of caught me by surprise. And
not do that again.
No, now I know where it is, and now I know that we're on it, you know. But Tommy Millen there, Tommy Millen online, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see us. So Tommy, that's myself and Damien you were having a look at there.
So
make sure that you send a few pound up our way, Tommy, and buy us a drink if you're not buying any else.
We'll take anything. So just going back to the women's competition here, they're actually going to have a round robin system played down the last 8. So last 8 then will be hopefully get one of the games up on the stage from the quarter final onwards. Definitely get the final. And so we'll try and have regular updates on how the women's competition is going, and also the men's and the youth as well. Absolutely, yeah. We'll be kept abreast of everything that's going on. Luckily, we have the genius man behind the cameras up there, Mark, who will be able to keep us well informed of what's happening, who's playing who, what's going down on what boards, what division, how each division's going. I know that online, the guys are saying that the Area 9 boys are being cheered on well. Area 4 boys are well supported. Just see. Is that Eddie Mullen up there? That's Eddie. Having a throw. Good man, Eddie. Always at the events, supporting well. He's got a... Hopefully you get to see him on the stage. Yeah, he's got a new dart shirt. Eddie the Eagle, look at this. Even Gail's got a new dart shirt too. Oh, well, it must have been. Maybe it was a 2-for-1 deal. Dart shirts are the way forward, Damien. I'm definitely thinking of getting a dart shirt for myself. I don't know really what I'm going to call myself. I haven't got my nickname yet. I haven't got it approved. Names for you. Well, they wouldn't be allowed on the YouTube channel. They would be pulled off. But yeah, that's true. You know, I think maybe the Menace, something like that, or the Mouth. The mouthpiece could work. I would probably go for the mouth. The mouth would work. There we are. We've just christened Mihal the mouthpiece. There's Tommy Hagan. Tommy Millen would Tommy Millen wouldn't give you a snowball if he owned Alaska. Good man. That's one of the better ones I've heard today. I will have to remember that one. So Darchers, wonder what nickname The Dominator.
The
No,
Dominator.
I think that's a niche market. No, that'd be too niche market. Deadly.
Deadly, yeah. Deadly Damien Bradley. So Deadly Damien and the mouthpiece Micheál McAvoy bringing the commentary and the gags all day long. Okay, I'm just looking over at the
Mark McAvoy is shaking his hair for some reason.
the god-
I don't know why.
the Godfather, the Dawn, up the top there. The gifted Mark McAvoy. Yeah.
Well, let's ask him how gifted he was last night at the darts.
Well, no. Well. Let's not bring it. Let's not bring it down to that level. So, folks, we're just going to have a quick break before we kick off live. As you can see, the players getting themselves accustomed to the boards. We're going to have our first matches live. It's going to be great crack all day. Keep tuned in on the YouTube channel. Make sure you give us a shout. And don't forget, hashtag NI Classic on Twitter. If you just want to give us a shout out, we'll catch you on it as well. We'll be
I can't count you, you'll have to take me right. You understand that, Flo?
Jeff Watt, Area 7, and Rodney Kane, Area 4 Blues. Best of 9, Division 1. This ought to be a good one, Damien, to kick us all off. I'm really looking forward to it.
This is years.
Probably throwing darts as long as I'm alive.
Oh, I would say so. Against Rodney Kane, very, very accomplished dart player himself.
Yeah. See, good to see Kyle McKinstry up on stage there, right? A mark. Isn't that a wonderful sight?
That's a sight
Damien.
very, 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 very rarely see. Doesn't he copy about it either, does he?
I think what he's really waiting on is a caller for the stage. So once we get a caller up on stage, we'll be flying. I can see the guys having a look around. Just waiting on it. But as we see the two guys practicing there, Damien, their practice routines are very interesting. Have you ever noticed, Damien, any particular types of practice routines when you're watching people? Remy Carroll was one for me. Used to say if he was going for a particular number and he hit a different number, he would always try and follow up with the treble and the double of the number he hit.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but personally, just say I'm going to say, warm up before a game. I very, very rarely go for 20s. I would always go for bull. I would practice my doubles. I would practice out shots. I would very rarely go for 20s. That's just me own personally, because as an old legend in Uri Darce himself, here Matthew says, if you're going to hit the doubles, you're going to hit the trebles. And I've kind of taken that on board. I just kind of just more like just loosen the arm. I'll go for bullseyes. I'll go for tops. I'll go for 16s. I'll go for funny out shots like 77, stuff like that. We're very, very good for 20s.
See Jimmy Elliott there saying it's good to see Alf Garnett on the screen. Very good, Jimmy, very good. Keep the funnies coming, lads.
That's not nice now.
Keeping us entertained.
It's a good one, like, but it's not nice. Still waiting for a caller. No one's.
I think there is one on route.
Don't think everybody seems to be very camera shy, I would say.
Well, luckily the camera won't catch a caller too often.
Is Gary Elliott going to go up the call, is it?
It could be. It's not going to be too long till we get this one kicked off anyway, I know that.
No, Gary's going past.
There's our very own Lorraine Branton. Will
There she is.
Will she be throwing today, Damien? Lorraine?
I hope so. She's a very good dart thrower.
Very good dart thrower, yeah. You've accompanied her many times at the ladies' tournament of the N.I.D.O.
I remember the year she got the semi-final. Actually, the first year I was involved in, she got the semi-final against Denise Cassidy. Well, we all know how that ended up because Denise got the final and actually won it that year. But she held her own that time. And actually, she done very well last year as well. Got the quarterfinals last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's good to see Denise Cassidy back here again today. So we're defeating the last tournament that we had in the Masters. Obviously, didn't deter her from trying to get a hat trick of wins in the majors here at the N.I.D.O.
Actually, I thought she would have won the whole lot this time. But she came up against a strong player in Kaylee O'Neill, which was by all accounts, the game was on the floor, so it didn't get seen on the stage, which was a pity because it was an absolute classic.
Yeah, well, the reports on that one were that it was one that absolutely could have met any final for standard now, there's no doubt about it. So there's Jeff Wiley, I think, making his way onto the stage.
The Wiley Coyote, fair play.
The Wiley Coyote,
Get this
indeed.
game going.
Good man, Jeff.
So just no one would know about these two players here, Michal. You'd have to give the A's Rodney Kane, who is sitting actually number 7 in the rankings from what we can see.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Where Jeff's
Jeff's actually 50 places exactly beneath him, sitting 57. But rankings are there for they're a bit like statistics, Damien, and the way I kind of look at this is statistics and lies and whatnot with it. You can do what you want all year, and you can get yourself into certain ranking positions. At the end of the day, it's what you produce up there on that stage. It's what you produce on the game.
Okay, lads.
So we all know that Jeff Watt has the darts.
He's got the darts, he's got the experience, he's got the know-how. And that's the start for the ball there, just outside the 25, so Rodney can just slip it in here. Richie hits the ball right dead centre, so Rodney has the darts here as they just get this game kicked off.
Yeah, so Rodney's about to throw for off, and let's see how he kicks off in style. Throw him with a Sigma barrel there.
95.
And not a bad start there, 95, so let's see what Jeff can do
95's
here.
a good kick off.
Jeff follows in the treble 15, the same as Rodney on his first start.
55.
And he only gets a 55. Bit of a slight deflection on the second dart there, and the third darts, but
yeah, we are literally talking millimeters there, so there's not too much in it. But in fairness
43.
now, Rodney seems to be settling in, so let's hope that Jeff can settle in just as quick.
very kind of laid back throw there.
41.
That we've
Yeah.
become accustomed to in
Holds it-
competitions here in Bellini's.
Holds the dart right at the front, right at the point of the dart, and just sort of leans the barrel on the rest of his fingers, rather than like a full-on
41.
hard grip of the dart. As such, you can see that,
Yeah,
you
he
can see
does,
that there. Just Damien, he said,
Yeah, he doesn't hold the dart too hard. He kind of
definitely, he's got a very light touch on the dart.
seems to kind of hold the dart the same way. It holds the dart.
41.
Yeah, well, he wants the dart to do the work, clearly, you know,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing. If you
Well,
if you train them well enough, they should do what they're told.
I wish they would. That's a good second dart there for Rodney. He goes down below
94.
the 94 there, so Rodney's kind of siege initiative in this league is just way by about 136 behind. So he's going to pull a big one out here to get some, but he doesn't. Not doing it. Just, he
27.
hasn't settled in this game at all so far.
Yeah, he hasn't. But he's again, it's early days in this. You know, it's again best of 9, so slightly longer format gives the thrower more chances.
Well, that's a good third.
68. Sorry, 78.
Grabs this game by his throat and just leaves 150 now when he returns. So this Jeff's not really
58.
applying any pressure in this leg, but he's
Player
just probably
requires
warming himself up.
150.
That's it, settling himself in, taking as many darts as he can take to get into it. Rodney's been very unlucky with that treble 5. He's just drifted into it a few times
That's
there,
about
and
the
it's
third
been right
time-
in the corner
that's
of
the
the.
third time he's drifted in,
53.
and he's still way ahead. But that wouldn't be happy with that visit now. Only a 53 from there.
Yeah,
60.
a bigger visit was required there
requires
from Jeff to put
97.
any sort of pressure on this. Now he'll go treble 19 for tops.
So that leaves 7 years, so treble 18 possibly.
Indeed,
Or 212s.
212s, just
Unlucky.
under, but he's left to
12
finish
left.
again.
Just kind of forced that dart a wee bit too much. And he just fell short.
Again, millimeters out there, as you can see from Jeff. He will settle in, Damien. He's got the ability to settle in.
He'll definitely settle in, but
12.
this is just probably just a
But Rodney settled a bit quicker,
Just in the
and there we
arm.
go.
First
that's a
game.
good solid dart for double
And
six.
that's a good lead, and off Rodney goes there. That's a 1-0 lead. But Jeff now has the darts. Let's see if he can hold his own throw. It's always important to hold your own throw in these games.
100.
That's better.
That's better there from Jeff Watt.
Yeah, it's
He
better.
needed just to kind of set himself in this game now. As Rodney matches, well, that's a good first start.
You can see
Any room
that.
there for another one.
137.
137. That's a good visit. You can see the averages there. Rodney's well ahead. It won't take too much for Jeff to come back on this, but he needs to keep hitting
He
trebles, and
needs
they're
to-
just the wrong trebles to be
He
hitting
Needs
at
to
this
hit
point.
big, needs to hit big travels to really have any influence in this game. Rodney just seems so relaxed up there and just you nearly think he's just throwing in the
100.
house the way he's throwing it.
Rodney Kane's he's a class act. He's a great dart thrower. You don't get into the top 8 in the rankings of the N.I.D.O.
Definitely not,
for
but
being a journeyman in darts.
Definitely not. But Jeff's not a journeyman either, but he just
68.
seems to be snatching at the darts a wee bit too much. As if he's trying too hard.
Yeah, well, you know, these guys, they're used to each other. They play in the same division. They're, you know, that in fairness, they're
97.
not that far off in ability. I think maybe a bit of nerves starting early. That's better from Jeff. It's following that first dart seeming to be the problem for him at the
85.
minute, though.
He just seems to be rushing it a bit too much. probably for his own liking, but he just has to settle down a wee bit, I think. Just take his time.
That's a great visit there from
Great
Rodney.
start there from
Yeah.
Rodney.
Now, a big score required here from Jeff.
Just to try and put a bit of pressure in this 42
Yeah.
Rodney when he returns.
Switched. That's a
But
good
it's
last
good
start.
lad,
96.
He's 104.
Player requires
Now,
42.
42. Will he go 10?
He does.
He does indeed. And
For
32.
Double 16.
Oh, well, sure, why not put on an exhibition, Rodney Kane? Oh,
Unlucky.
8 left.
Unlucky Rodney
104
Kane.
the
That was a
player.
nice wee finish now.
welcoming Damien Norton there onto the YouTube page, getting involved with the lads. You're very welcome, Damien. Don't forget to follow us on
16
Facebook and
left.
Twitter and YouTube
player.
and Instagram and Pinterest and whatever else McAvoy Darts is on. You follow it. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest darts news. And that's a
Game
good
of
double
darts.
there from Rodney Kane.
Rodney
Takes a
Kane.
2-0 lead. He's broken Jeff already. This could be a very
Rodney
important
with
leg.
darts.
So early in the game, it's very important. Jeff needs to kind of step up. It's just the average there, 62 average from Jeff. He'll not have to
45.
He needs to at least put another 10 points, not to really have exert any influence in this game.
Yeah, and in fairness, Rodney Kane's average has held steady there, really because of his doubling ability there,
100.
Damien. He hasn't taken too long to get rid of the legs when he's got there.
No, he's not messing about. He wants to get this game wrapped up nice and early.
And he's back in the treble again, Rodney Kane.
99.
Another good visit, 99. He's really keeping Jeff under pressure here, Damien, and you know, Jeff switching, that's better switching there from Jeff.
119.
That's a good visitor. He needed something like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But like,
Much
but
better darts, 119 scored.
But any time Jeff seems to hit a good score, Rodney always seems to
43.
do that, apart from this time, of course. But Rodney's always seems to be following him.
Yeah, a millimetre out there from being a ton. Hits a 43. Now, Jeff's
60.
throwing those darts with a bit more purpose, Damien. He's putting a bit more into them, and seemingly for me, I think Jeff has kind of realised that he needs to push this leg.
59.
Now, Rodney's starting to feel that he's under a bit of pressure from Jeff's throw. Jeff
98.
with a great last start there. That's a
super last
98.
start.
Leaves a 1-2-4 finish.
And he will be back because Rodney's way back, but that's a good
Yeah,
start.
well, Rodney's more than capable of putting them back under pressure.
It's not here, really put Kevin Pigeons.
81.
That's just slipped into a 1 there.
124 the player.
And that just leaves it 6 darts from 1-2-4. Let's see if Jeff Watt can do this. Oh,
There's stayed at 20, sir.
33.
well,
There's
look,
stayed at 20 there, Rodney not in
He-
20, so
he's
there's
prob-
stayed at 20 to set it up a wee bit.
he's probably on a rush out of there to try and get this leg done with, but he may have done himself a bit of harm trying to rush it. Although Rodney's not putting any pressure on here.
Not taking advantage at all.
26.
No, and a 26 isn't going to
91.
scare Jeff Watt with him sitting on 91. Now, does he go double-double? No, he's switched it out.
51.
Now,
148 the player.
148 for Rodney Kane. Oh, Jeff sitting on tops. This will be a killer checkout. This would be a killer checkout, Damien.
What way is he going to go? So he's staying
Oh,
there,
this
so
is
far.
28. Here we go.
Game of darts.
Damien Bradley, that is
is
Kane
class.
and Gain. And Jeff
is
Watt's head has
sheer-
just dipped there. You've seen
You
that.
could just see his shoulders just slumped around, and that is a superb check out after being so far behind. I said Jeff made the mistake there of actually trying to finish that 124 there and then. Where he just said
96.
20 to set it up better for the next visit.
Well, look, every day is a school day here in
Yeah.
darts, as you
like-
know, but that's the
a
pressure.
player of Jeff Watt's ability, I surely thought, I was
100.
certain he was going to do that. Just
When you're
124.
2-0 down, you're under that pressure. This is the thing about being on that big stage. Your mind in a normal dart set, when you're sitting in your
22.
garage, you're sitting in your back room, you're throwing darts, and you're left with that, and you're playing against your iPad or you're playing against your tablet or whatever. You tend to think, oh yeah, I'll just tidy this up, that's fine, because you're not under any
60.
pressure. When you have a man of Rodney Kane's ability coming like a steam train behind you, knowing that he's more than capable of taking these big finishes out, straight away that puts the rush on you, and that makes you think differently.
29.
You know, and it's
39,
incredible
sorry, Kyle.
to see that. You could almost see the cogs turning there in Jeff Watt's head. Rodney Kane never looked like winning that leg at all, and 148, and he's 3-0.
140.
That was brilliant. That was a brilliant check out. You could just see now what's Jeff going to do to respond to that, but you have to do something quick.
43.
Yeah, well, Rodney's taking that on, and the adrenaline's obviously still kicking in. He's 100 ahead plus these, and he's still fighting trebles here.
Only an 85,
85.
but still that leaves 116.
It's a good leave.
It's a very good lead.
Or a 148.
Well,
That's the highest check out of the day so far, do you mean?
100.
I like the way you say that so far because a lot of darts will play here.
A
Yes,
lot of darts to be thrown, there's no doubt about it.
so
Now,
116 is, let's see if he can do that. What he's
oh,
going to
he's
do.
going 76. I like it. Tops it is.
Oh,
Oh,
unlucky
96.
Rodney Keane.
yeah. Rodney Keane, that's a dart thrower's finish, that, isn't it?
Well, it's not the way I would have went, but then I would never have thought of doing it that way.
Yeah, and there's
98.
a switch there
Player requires
from
20.
Jeff after that total 20. And the dart must have been landing funny for his style of throw or something because it seemed it was all the room in the world there
Game of darts.
to follow that up.
But a good confident dart there for 10s gives Rodney a 4-0 lead.
Rodney Keane's finishing has been extraordinary, do you mean?
Well, 148 checkouts was just brilliant. Just, like
You know,
this-
but even his one dart and one double has been fantastic, hasn't he? Really?
well, he,
140.
it's the only time he really messed around the doubles when he was going for a 32 and he hit the double 8. But still, next visit he took that out and Brave and Sharpers
100.
as well. So
It's better again from Jeff. Rodney Keane now sitting on an almost an 82 average here. Feinting his groove well, Damien. Feinting the groove well, throwing well.
no, it
83.
didn't take him long to settle in this game now. Whereas Jeff, I would suggest, is still trying to settle in this. But that was a good first start. Let's see what he can do here.
101.
Well, 101
101
still
now,
enough.
that's 300. He's,
Keeps him in the leg.
yes, he's not far behind, but no.
If Rodney could do something about that first dart, I actually fear
81.
what the average could be. I mean, he's currently sitting on an 82
said-
average. He could be in around the 90s if that first dart wasn't just
45.
outside. And we did
Just
say
saying,
he was
just
just
saying.
fighting treble fives early. You
It
know,
just seems to be kind of forced the first start too much, but that was a good first start there. It's sitting in the 20s, but the second start stays in the treble 5. So 35 leads 162.
54.
Down below. 54 left scored there, so 143.
it's good tidying up. Jeff Watt then, he's going down to the 19s.
He's having no luck there.
95.
95 there.
95. It's good thinking there, you know, at least
43
160.
player.
That's, again, it's good to see the dart mind working there for Jeff.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, will he get a shot at it? Because the way Rodney Keane's been finishing, he very unlikely will coming back, but he will get a shot.
87.
Robert's just trying to set it up there.
Yeah, so 87 scored there as Jeff comes in the 160. Very unlucky first start there. Just
Desperately unlucky.
millimeters in it
60.
for the first
Absolutely.
two darts.
First
First
Requires
time second,
56.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so 56 for Rodney Keane to wrap this game up 5-0. So the 16 is out of the road, so tops.
210's been deadly on it so far.
Game of
And
darts.
yet
Deadly
again,
once again.
deadly once again. That was a brilliant performance for Rodney Keane.
I mean, that's straightforward work, Damien. 5-0, and Jeff Watts actually just wondered what happened there. That was the briefest of games. And Rodney Keane has proven why he's sitting in the top 8 in the Northern Ireland rankings at the minute, Damien.
Very, very impressive performance there for Rodney Keane. I think that was probably the first time I've seen him on the stage here in Bellini's in any of these competitions. I was very impressed with what I've seen there, and they've just like that high out, 148, best leg 16.
Yeah, well, the
first 9 darts
Look at the
of-
140 scores there, Damien. 3 140s and none there for Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff's scoring just wasn't as strong as it could have been. In fairness, you have to give Rodney Keane his dues here. He's turned up in the first game and he set out the stall to say, lads, I'm here to compete today.
And the way he just keeps on playing the way he's playing, especially on the doubles. Like, I think must have threw about, I'd say only about 10 darts of doubles. I would say he has a 50% on the doubles, I would say. He's just very, very impressive today.
Yeah, very impressive. There's no doubt about it. The double checking was, for me, it was first class. And it actually has brought my mind fluttering back to Philip Carson and how his doubles were in the semi-final of the Masters just a few weeks ago, in which I think he probably set a record of one dart and one double in each of the legs that he won there. And to be fair, that was coming very close from Rodney Keane, you know.
Well, it was just be interesting to see how Rodney Keane does, but he set himself right in that first game. And I'm sure this is kind of Rodney just wanted to make a bit of a statement. I'm here to compete, and if you're playing against me, you're not going to get it easy. And he's proved that. Just a first 9 average 86 by 9-3. Only a 69 average there from first 9 dart average there from Jeff. To compete at that sort of level that Rodney Keane is competing at the minute, that's not good enough.
Yeah, well, it's clearly the difference that's showing was the first 9 darts and how they started off. So we're going to be moving forward to the next game very soon, folks. There's no doubt about it. Once we get that sorted, we'll be back with you. We're going to take a short break now on McAvoy Darts. Stay with us on the YouTube page. Again, we're enjoying the banter, lads, so keep the crack coming. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with another live game very soon. To the NI Classic here live in Bellini's. Myself, Micheál McAvoy, alongside Damien Bradley.
Hello,
the
everybody.
second game of the day, Damien. An interesting one. Division 2 clash, Gary Elliott and Warren Mullen. Now, the tank against Gary Elliott. Damien, answer me this conundrum, if you will. Gary Elliott, currently sitting number 1 of the N.I.D.O rankings, playing in Division 2.
Well, how can you really answer that? He just he must have been thrown very, very well. As you say, like, good players can play in Division 2. It all depends on who they're playing with.
You can play in Division 3 and you can be number 1 in the rankings in the N.I.D.O.
Indeed.
That's the beauty of it, and that's what I like about the Classic, you know. It keeps it that you're thrown in the division that you're playing in, which is fair. This should be a good game now. The tank, obviously, Warren Mullen, good dart thrower. We've seen him actually in the Masters up on the stage as well. A fine dart shot there he has too.
Very impressive.
Very impressive dart shot there. Warren, good dart thrower. Gary Elliott, I don't know, is he going to have too much for Warren? It's hard to know.
Well, as I say, like Warren was up on stage in the last competition here 2 weeks ago. Just can't remember who was playing, but he impressed both of us that day. Just he was unlucky he was defeated, but you never know what Warren Mullen can turn up.
Yeah, it's good to see Ewan Andrews there online watching alongside us.
He has the darts here anyway, or Warren.
Now it's going to kick off soon. Here we go. Now Warren Mullen, and off we go. Straight into a treble. Good to see that. Straight in again, Damien.
We'll fill it up.
140.
That's a 140. That's a very steady
That's a good start
from
now,
Warren
and
Mullen.
easily now he puts the pressure on Gary. But Gary, like number 1 ranked, so not phasing too much.
Not phasing at all. No, proudly wearing his Northern Ireland top there as well, representing at international level.
Represents them with grip. Represented very, very well, especially in the last Celtic Challenge.
60.
Right, who starts for?
He backs up that 140 with a good solid 60 there, Warren.
Is that a late release still? Is that why they went that low, or maybe not lifting the arm hanging off in this
85.
trajectory? I
That's
don't
probably
know.
just for holding him too tight, probably.
I've done it myself.
Well, everybody's will be guilty of doing that at one stage or another, but just he seems to be a bit more relaxed now.
41.
Maybe just a rush of adrenaline from the 140.
Yeah, it'll take him a moment or two to calm down. First leg, obviously, settling in.
59.
Gary Elliott just working his way around the board early
Yeah,
doors.
He just kind of just feeling his way around the board. Well, not well. Gary Elliott being Gary, not be long before he gets in the groove.
It's a good technique. Why not?
45.
See our good friend Soupy Campbell there on the floor. Soupy
Yeah.
will be playing here today as well. Gary Elliott finding the treble here.
99.
Switches downstairs.
It's good 99 there. Leaves him 174, nothing to finish yet. So Warren probably has every chance to set up this 215, just leave himself in a good finish. Well, not with darts like that.
100.
it's
But a
great
good
last
last
start.
one leaves 115 when he
absolutely.
returns.
Great last start there from Warren.
That's a good first start there from Gary. And another one.
120, 54 left.
So 54, so 18 or 14, close to 14.
134.
14 each tops. That's
goal.
pressure, Damien.
That's-
Pressure against his, against the darts.
And Warren knows it. I think it's kind of told a wee bit there. Just kind of forced that a bit too much.
Yeah,
33.
absolutely. He got
40
frustrated
goals.
there, Damien. You could see that in his last start. He got frustrated very quickly there.
But after such a great start from Warren, it didn't affect Gary at all. Just taking his, he just says that's okay.
Oh,
No
wow.
score.
He just
He's bust 40
busted that
there.
one, busted that one, so 82
82.
here for him, so bullseye probably. Yep, so that's 57, so 17 tops. Take one in the lead here with the darts, of course.
He's just checking.
57.
He's just
You're
checking.
not sure, just check. That's a good thing for any dart player. If you're just not sure, just check. That's what the
That's it.
referees are there for.
Game dart.
And that's an excellent
That's
finish.
a good tidy finish there from Warren.
Excellent finish there from Warren. And I tell you what, that'll settle him no
Game
end.
on.
Indeed, like, but in saying that, Gary did have darts to take the one in the lead, but he just messed it up.
Gary's feinting the treble with a plum here. And there's a
180.
180, Damien.
There's our first 180 on the stage today, folks, from Gary Elliott.
It's actually not, it's our second. There was one in the last leg.
180,
Yeah,
was there?
there was.
Oh, I missed that.
64.
But only a 64 there from Warren, so there's a 9 darter on.
Oh,
One luck, I put the blink on that myself.
yeah, that's
80.
millimetres out, Damien,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yeah, that was very, very close. So
No wonder Gary's sitting so high up with darts like this. There's no doubt about it. Warren can hit them too. Here he goes.
So
Filling them up, plenty of room. Oh,
140.
still 140. Great scoring here. Now, somebody's
Warren's not laying down here. What's
somebody's lit the touch paper on this one. Heavy scoring a plum. Here we go.
Slack second dart there from
34.
2 slack darts after starting so well. Only a 34 there. So a bit of a sniff here from Warren if he gets in.
Yeah, look at the averages. Early doors, the averages are much higher than we seen
30.
in the last game.
Yeah, but only a 30 there from Warren. That'll bring that down a bit. So Gary just trying to put his foot in the throat of this leg.
59.
Yeah, I'm surprised there now that he didn't try and stay up maybe,
No.
but
But it is our favourite finish there of 148. Michal.
yeah, well, we've seen it here once already.
60.
Again, Warren with a slight
148
late
goal.
release, bringing the darts down below the treble,
Yep. So
but still all relatively good in the 20s. Now, there's 80,
68 and that.
89.
and he's went for the 12s there, just hasn't worked. Anyway, we're on 207, and another one of those would go a long way to help him Warren out here.
83.
He switched, he's went
59
downstairs.
going.
You see that he's a 1-2-4. So Gary Elliott is here 59.
Straightforward,
Relentless
shouldn't
up
it
at
be?
one. Should be for Gary Elliott, but
It's a great
Yeah.
lay. Use the dart, Gary.
Game
There you
dart.
go.
and he does
That's
it.
how you do
One
it.
each.
Third
Yeah,
leg,
so-
Warren Haas. Game on.
So Warren with the darts, trying to hoping to take a 2-0 lead here. That's a great start. Come on, fill it up, Warren.
140.
He's hitting them 140s very, very consistently in this leg, in this game.
Absolutely, yeah. And do you know what? If Warren can keep doing this on his own throw, he's putting Gary under immediate pressure, which is good.
96.
It's good for Warren starts because this should give Warren the confidence that he has the darts in the deciding leg if it went that far,
Yep.
and he knows he's starting each leg well.
Yeah, but to be
45.
honest with you, in the first leg, he should have lost that first leg because Gary did have 3 darts at tops.
Yeah, absolutely.
To take it, just didn't take it. Fair play to Warren, taking it at 82. To take that leg, but
55.
he had to hit it.
Well, that's the
He
thing,
wasn't getting
Damien.
any second chances from Gary Elliott.
That's the thing. But as we move forward with it, we realise there is no such thing as should have won in darts here in Bellini's.
I was telling you about it.
Could have won, yes.
43.
There's no should haves anymore because it doesn't matter who you're throwing. You know, number 1 ranked player in Northern Ireland at the minute is currently being streamed live here on Magnified Darts,
100.
playing in the 2nd division.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Gary Elliott is a top quality dart thrower, but Warren Mullen is equally capable.
Well, just proved that here.
60.
Like 3 ton 40 so far in 3 legs, and he is holding his own here. Just
Absolutely, yeah. The thing about it is, this is where Gary Elliott can really start putting pressure on you.
140.
Just like that, and all of a sudden he's 100 ahead against the darts, and now Warren Mullen's under pressure on his own throw again.
so he just stands back, takes a deep breath as he just lines up the first dart. Just falls short.
Again, that's an unlucky second
85.
dart, isn't it?
There's a
110
85.
goal.
It's an 85, yeah.
Yes. That's a good answer. Leaves a 1-2-8 if he returns. So 90 here, so 18 possibly. Went for it. So that's 72.
Yeah, leaves
And that
36.
leaves 36
74.
when he returns. So
Now,
Warren
Warren,
Mullen
he has to start in the 18s,
1-2-8
Damien.
has to have any chance.
That's a rookie mistake from Warren Mullen there.
Warren Mullen, what?
I
did he
understand
do?
the confidence he
54.
has in his darts, but
Well, he is hitting the
36
treble.
going.
20 fair play, and he is hitting it. But 1-2-8, you
Game
have
dart.
to go for 18.
you have to go for 18s, and there you
Give
go.
yourself
leg,
a
Gary
chance.
Haas.
And the
And-
Tanks just realised
And he's
by
just,
going 2-1 against his own throw.
and he's
Game
just been
on.
punished there for that. You see there a good 10 points there in the averages. It does kind of reflect the way this game's going at the minute.
Yeah, well, what you're finding there is the
60.
Warren Mullen starting his own legs very well. He's very, very strong. He's at a 140 following up, maybe a ton or a 60. But in the middle of the legs, he's dipping. And that's where
Yes,
he's
he
really
just
struggling.
hasn't got
he's
the
allowing Gary
consistency.
to come back in.
He hasn't got the consistency. He starts taking
81.
3 and then just fades off. But a good solid 81 there to start off with from Warren. As Gary goes down below, only a 46 there,
46.
but
Yeah, you see that he was just feeling his fingers there. He just knew he didn't release that dart properly. Now, the Tank comes in again.
41.
So 41. It's not a great visit.
Not
Not
a-
when you're under the pressure that he's under.
Yeah.
That he needs to win this one, because when you go 3-1 down against the man of Gary Elliott's quality, you're in trouble.
and just
99.
Gary's looking to just to reinforce that point by hitting a good solid 99 there. But Warren's only 80 yards behind. Just he's well capable of scoring a 140. Well, not in at the minute.
45.
Again, this is
Some
what we're talking
very,
about. The
very-
middle of legs, he sort of dips,
Yes.
and
But he's throwing very, very slack darts there. And you just see him going all over the place.
maybe born out of frustration, Damien, from
Yeah,
the last leg, getting
134.
a break of his throw.
Superb visit there from Gary Elliott. It's not even a finish, but it just goes to show, just to let Warren know that if you want to beat Gary Elliott, you'll have to do a lot better than what you're
100.
doing.
Well, that's a better visit there from Warren. You know, again, there's still You know, we're still 70 in the difference of score here, plus these, and look at this scoring, Damien, and he's going to go downstairs. He leaves
122.
tops. I mean, this is just incredible.
That's the best visit of the game so far there from Gary Elliott.
Yeah,
Just setting it up nicely.
and the sheer confidence just to go for a 2.
85.
He's not
You know,
getting
40
don't be, you know, hedging your bets. Don't go for a 6 or a 10, which
No.
we would. Don't hedge
Yeah,
your bets.
Mark.
No, just hit the 2. Have the confidence in
Fifth
your
line,
darts.
Warren
And there's
Hall.
tops.
When you can hit those like that,
And that's
why
it.
not?
And that's exactly
Game
it. You know,
on.
and look at the average now. You know, there's straight away there's a 13-point difference in the average here, almost a 14-point difference. I mean,
85.
just them dips in the middle of the legs really does tell the story of this game. Because Foreign, he starts off well,
it's consistency, Damien, isn't
just dips then. He just
30.
doesn't seem to be backing up the big scores of a solid score the way we would do it. Whereas Gary Elliott's just cruising here.
it? Yeah, the consistency just hasn't been there now.
60.
Gary finding a treble again.
100.
Warren's going to
Thunder.
have to start plugging big scores in here, Damien, or he's going to be in trouble very quick.
Well, he's still ahead in this leg, but he's in the trebles there. And there's room there for another one if he can find it.
140.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's
That's a
a-
140. That's a
that's good.
brilliant visit there from Warren, just to keep a wee bit of pressure on Gary Elliott here. Of course, Warren seems to hit 140s for fun when he's on his own throw. But that's a
134.
brilliant response there from Gary Elliott with a 134. What a response.
Nothing seems to phase Gary Elliott at all. He just he's got the attitude. If you're going to hit a big score, so am I.
Yeah, but that's better. That's a
81.
better response to it
That's,
there
that's
from
the
Warren
sort of
also.
score you need to back up at 140. Even a 60 would do all right if you hit
Here's
140.
Gary's coming back at him again. Look at this.
180.
Fills it up with a 180. This is
That leaves
it's
57.
incredible.
175 going.
Again, the pressure right on Warren Mullen. That's the way. That's a good start.
Oh, that's
Unlucky.
desperately unlucky there.
That's unlucky.
That is desperately unlucky.
88.
But that
You
57
have to feel sorry for
going.
Warren Mullen there because he's. I mean,
Just
he's a
millimetres away.
millimetre away
Yeah.
from a big check out to bring himself back into this. Oh, Gary's had a loose start there. Now, Warren, you have a
52.
chance here.
This is a chance for
47
Warren. Right? So
going.
15 double or 7 tops.
It's a good first start, though. Oh, he's just
27.
dipped it below.
So there's
5
tricky
going.
one.
3 double 1 for me. Not for everyone.
Game dart.
There you go. You can waste that dart when you've got the quality of Gary Elliott. I just don't have that quality, and I have to waste the dart. So I have to go 3 first and then waste the dart for
Game on.
sending in a scouted double 1.
Yeah. But that was a good start. 5 always is a tricky finish. to this
59.
game. Never sure what to go for.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Warren here to try and keep himself in this game, Damien.
Yep, Gary.
It's a big task. He knows what he needs to
60.
do, though. He needs to win every leg. It's as simple as that. The equation's been made for him.
Just has to keep doing, but the way he's been throwing lately, and the way he's been dipping in the middle of the legs, especially, I just can't see it happening, Michael.
59.
Yeah, the averages tell a story, Damien, as you know. And unfortunately, Gary Elliott's just been more consistent throughout, as you can see there. You know, he's 10 points. He's 10 points ahead in the averages, and as much as we do,
100.
That's a good score there.
you know, we do wax lyrical about averages and statistics, and we know that not all statistics are truthful, but the averages here are quite truthful in fact, because I would say that Gary
96.
Elliott is well deserved of being 10 points ahead in the difference here.
Throwing very, very well now, I must say. The first time I've seen Gary Elliott throw on stage here in Marines, and just like Warren came last
140.
night, very impressed with him. But good again, Warren Mullen scores his 140s, but it all depends what he can do after that.
That's it, yeah. He did back it up, but here's Gary again. It's a 125.
125.
Yeah.
Still not in the finish, but
He's not in a finish, no, but the thing about it is Warren Mullen isn't getting away from Gary Elliott. He's hitting 140s, he's not getting anywhere. He's not
No.
he's not
55.
streaming in front and giving himself a breather.
no, if he gets a 140, it's always been backed up.
Now,
Gary by
he's coming
not
back
big
for
score.
he's coming back for 3 darts, but look at this 42. Does he go for the 2 again?
122.
He does, you know. I mean, that's just sheer confidence in your own dart and your own
146
ability.
going.
Damien. I wouldn't be going for the 2. It'd be a 10 or 6 every time for me.
Oh, me and I'll probably go for a 10 South Lake, but
I would probably be
44.
going for another treble 20 because I don't think I'd hit the
44.
first 2. But you know, here we go. Tops for Gary Elliott.
To take a 5-1 win here. It's a good first start. It's just
Double
Too
10.
much adjustment there.
Oh, he's just wired that one now.
20.
Warren Mullen.
So Warren Mullen, let's see now.
102
102.
going.
Treble 20 to start, hopefully. 20. So bullseye probably. No, stays up there.
Wow.
50.
I suppose the dart was that close. Why not? Why not try it?
21.
You know,
Yeah, well.
double 11's as big as any other double, so why not try it?
But, 3 darts here for
Game
Gary
shot.
Allison. He's the one that he takes a 5-1 win here. And
So-
I have to say,
Enjoyable game, that one.
very impressed by Gary Elliott there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Warren had flashes of brilliance, but unfortunately just didn't back up, just dipped at the wrong times.
Yeah, very much so. You can see the lads just having a quick glance at each other, but the scoring there, Damien. I mean, Warren Mullen, 5 140s, 2 180s there for Gary Elliott, 5 140s for Warren Mullen, and 3 ton pluses. The 8 ton pluses for Gary Elliott. He hit 125s, 121s, 134s. You know, and I think therein lies the difference. But obviously, first 9 darts, there was no difference. Like we said, it dipped in the middle.
The middle legs, like the 41s and the 45s and all, just did not help Warren whatsoever. As Gary was hitting the big scores,
Yeah,
Warren just wasn't. So
it's easy to say from our position, Damien, obviously, you know, and the guys online, I'm sure, would agree with us. And it's easy to say from here and to say that, you know, you've dipped your concentration, or you've dipped this, or you've dipped that. The reality here, Damien, is as simple as this. If you cannot throw a consistent score after what we would call a big score,
yes,
you know, ton plus 120, 130, 140, if you cannot hit a 60 and 85 after that, really and truly, you're actually dipping your average darts down. That, to be fair, your big scores don't count.
well, usually if you just have personally, if I had a 140, I just want to back up and say a 60.
Yeah.
You know, just to give the comment, just let me know that I'm still there. If you hit a 22 or 41, your confidence just goes way down. You say, why could I not do that like I done the last 3 darts?
Of course.
It seemed just kind of just happened, Warren, or just it's just unfortunate, I suppose, in a way. But he was playing Gary Elliott. Gary Elliott's a class act.
An absolute class act, and certainly going to be a contender for the Division 2 title here today.
I would say a hot favourite. Like, he's number 1 in the rankings, playing Division 2. He has to be a hot favourite for Division 2 title.
His cousin David Morton's online, and he's watching keenly. He's just said, "Well done, cuz, get in." He's obviously a keen fan. Good to have you on board, David.
Yes, well, nice to know you're watching, and hope you're enjoying the darts here of the N.I.D.O Classic from Bellini's and Uri, brought you live by McVeigh's Dart Streaming.
Remember, folks, a lot of darts coming up again here in Bellini's. 7th of September, we've got the Newry City Darts Open, which is now open for entries, I believe, via the PayPal link, Newry City Open at gmail.com. The men and ladies event again. So, Damien, Conor Mallon and Mark Quigley, Area 9B. This will be interesting. Teammates.
Well, I'm sure they know each other very well.
Teammates, this should be a bit good one now. Division 3
Division
clash.
3.
So, Damien, toss of a coin on this one. Conor and Mark.
Well, I don't know any of these 2 players myself. So I can't really say too much about either of them. But just obviously the 2 of them know each other very well. They not want to give an inch, and I'm sure they respect each other. I'm sure there'll be some good quality darts in this game as well.
Absolutely. Area 9 obviously heavily supported by the lads up in Tandragee there. And Big Gareth Chambers, the Northern Ireland manager this year. I mean, it's an absolute stomping ground for darts up around Area 9. So I'm looking forward to it myself now. Obviously we've got Rodney McGowan and another great dart throwers here today, and he's a teammate of Conor and Mark. So look, the lads will be looking out for each other. Roger McCullough, your own teammate, Area 9B man. Anybody who's a football fan, we're just going to let you know now that Tottenham have been defeated 1-0 by West Ham. Come on, the Hammers.
Yes,
I'm only saying that as an Arsenal fan.
I'm sure you'll be happy with that result.
Absolutely.
For me, being a Manchester United fan,
You're happy with that result?
I'm taking any ray of sunshine I can take at the minute.
So we're just getting ready, folks. We're going to get a caller and a marker up on the stage here. Conor Mallon, Damien, he hasn't been at a whole lot of events. He hasn't, well, when I say he hasn't been at a whole lot of events, he hasn't been in the latter stages of a lot of these events. So maybe the stage could be a new experience for this man.
Well, just says hopefully the nerves not affect him too much.
He sits in round number 118 in the rankings. And of course, Mark Quigley, as you can see, proudly supporting the Prostate Cancer UK dart shirt there. What a wonderful charity. And Team Darts, Tracy Team Darts there. The guys are, constantly trying to kind of reinvent, redevelop their dart shirts and
Yes,
many heavily supported here from the guys at the N.I.D.O.
The latest dart shirt, the white one's an absolute beauty. Have you seen it?
The white ones.
The white one's a beautiful shirt.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice dart shirt. And to be honest, it's for me, it's just nice to see so many people proudly supporting it. Prostate cancer obviously is a great charity to be supporting, Damien, and fingers crossed now everybody gets behind these charities. It's very important that they do.
Yes, well, of course, the N.I.D.O. has been renowned for supporting any type of charity, whether it be prostate cancer, motor neuron disease, for our own Newry City Open. Just any charity. Dart players always seem to come together for a good cause, and it's great to see it.
Sure do. You see David Morton there, he was shouting out for his cousin Gary Elliott, and he's just mentioned there that up in northeast Scotland's a bit far for a quick visit to watch the darts today. So thankfully we have McAvoy Dart streaming, keeping everybody up to date. I wonder, do we have any of our good fans from Maryland, USA on today? We had last time out, Damien.
Oh, you remember them ones? Yeah. I wonder if they're watching. I wonder if they know about it. I wonder if they've just followed the Twitter link, NI Classic, hashtag NI Classic.
Post a photo of your hometown.
Yep.
Let us know where you are. Hashtag NI Classic. Be good to see you. Post a photo of you watching it on your laptop, on your TV in the living room with a thumbs up. We'd like to see them. Don't be afraid to post a photo of the Facebook page as well. If you're in the pub with your mates, watching football on one screen and the darts on the other.
We'll even send a personalised photograph of me and Mihal here, if you do send a photograph in.
Well, I don't know about that, Damien. That's going a bit too far. I wouldn't be the most photogenic person, and
Never stopped you before?
It's never stopped me before. That's very true. That's very true.
So we're just looking out here on the floor. The women's competition, the round robin, is well underway.
As is the youth, sir, Damien.
The youth is going as well. Just looking there at the women's, we see Tommy Joe Graffin is playing Denise Cassidy at the minute.
On the same board in the round robin.
Same board in round robin.
That's a dangerous board, that one.
Yes, Newry's own Jane Quinn is playing there as well. We'll just get a look and see who she's up against.
Go on, Jane.
Further on down, Helen Dunn is there thrown as well. Thrown against Newry's Valerie Rooney. So hopefully when we get a chance we'll get updates and see how all of them are doing down there. But I would of course, I've said Denise Cassidy and TJ are playing absolute another classic down there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see so many. We've seen our good friend Betty Barge here again today. Julie Hunter there, surveying the action from afar.
Yep. Talking to our good friend Neil Duff there as well. Just a nice laid back atmosphere here today, Michal.
It's great, yeah, it really is. Because of the different layout, the different format of it, Damien, it's a bit easier for us to enjoy it at a better pace, maybe, for ourselves. You see the two guys there, they're at the steps of the stage. They're actually just two teammates having a bit of crack, really, Damien, before it all kicks off.
Talking to our good mate Jimmy Surplus there as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Good to see Jimmy here. Good dart player himself.
Yeah, I can see our Newry's very own Seamus Rice has arrived down for
Here he is.
a scouting mission on the darts. Seamus was at an Easter Monday tournament there with us during the week and played some phenomenal darts. Was unfortunately beaten in the semi-final by the very talented Kevin Burness. A great tournament run by Chris McClure there here in Bellini's.
Also shouted here to Newry's own and teammate of mine, Roger McCullough.
Caught up in Storm Hannah
Caught
at
up
the
in
minute
Storm Hannah and Holly in Wales.
as he travels the Welsh coastline. No doubt Helen will have her phone taking the photos and Roger will be tuned into the darts. He's an area 9B man himself. He's keen to watch this one. Damien, of course, big congratulations to your team last night, beating the league leaders in Newry here 5-3, great scoreline, and that was without one of the mainstays of the team, Roger, who was taking a short break with the wife for mid-term.
It was a very, very, very. Although we played well, just it was a strange game.
Well,
There's some great games.
They're all strange games in Newry, Damien, because
that's
there's
true.
strange throwers playing in them. But
Thanks very much.
The result itself was absolutely it's a shock result. There's no doubt about it.
Our team haven't really performed the way we could this year, and we were due a performance like that at one stage. It's just a shame it was last night against my brother's team as well.
Sometimes that makes it better.
Sometimes, but family's family, blood's thicker than water, you know.
That's true.
But you always say there's no friends in our dartboard, and it's even worse for family.
No. And what a great darting family we have here today, Damien. Everybody out. It's actually what I'm noticing today, Damien, is a lot of throwers actually coinciding, going up and down the boards, watching the floor event themselves, because of the layout and the different divisions that are happening at the moment. Each division seems to be circulating around its own division. They're trying to match and follow the progress of their own division. It's interesting to see it this way, Damien. It's actually it's quite a good format.
Yeah, it's interesting because the old team need to iron up the opposition. Say, right, if I even win this, who am I going to play next, and such, and just trying to keep abreast of things and see how they're getting on. But it's a good setup. It's a good setup, but it's good to see it too.